All right. Welcome to another episode of the Fair Chase podcast. We have Jared. It's nice to have you back.
Thank you. It feels good to be. Yeah, I feel like the last time I did one, I was wearing the same shirt.
Were you?
Yeah.
Go Lions.
That's my go-to podcast and shirt.
Hey, they're getting a lot of love from people.
We are getting a lot of national love
playing the
Chiefs. Feels good.
Week one.
Yeah, dude. I don't know how I want to feel about that, but
gonna start on a bad foot.
It has nothing to do with hunting.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't put any superstition around that shirt. He's not gonna.
You know what? Just don't even look.
You wouldn't believe it. Speaking of clothes, right now he and I are wearing the same hat. It does happen. We work with the same companies, so we'll get a lot of the same gear. And so I just put mine backwards so no one.
Yeah. So it didn't look like you plan it, and you guys were.
That's right.
I'll actually carry like 3 or 4 different hats in my truck just in case the event we're wearing the same hat. But I had a quick run in here and like, you're not allowed to wear that hat.
And what you can coordinate, as lame as that might sound, like, hey man, we're going to Alaska. What hat are you bringing? I hate making that call, but it is worth it because
you don't want to.
If you get it wrong, it's like, oh, look at this,
hey, buddy.
Oh, I know. If you don't, I have to have a list. I have to write out everything for every day, every time of day for packing.
Yeah, there's a big list guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I rely on. Did you see what I did to your list for Alaska?
You cannibalized that. Took it into a dark place.
I added so many weird stuff. I got specific. I'm like, if I'm making a list, I'm making it count.
It was okay.
I threw a few options in there that got taken off.
You like what?
Oh, I don't remember now.
Did I take them off?
Because I took them off.
Oh, I was
going to say. They were too extreme?
It was. So for the longest time on the podcast, whenever we would have a guest on here, we would usually end the episode with a question. And our most famous question was, what was the most useless piece in your pack? And so we finally just started compiling everyone's useless pieces and then comparing it to our own gear list and like, wow, I could take out a lot of junk out of my pack.
Oh, yeah.
Not me. Mine's all essential.
Bare minimum.
Theory.
Everything has a purpose and a spot. I could live like that in a bubble 1000%, but I married someone on the other side. So now I just lower my expectations and just hope that it just gets repacked in the same way. But
smart.
That's the trick, is just lowering the expectations. But I could literally have 1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife, wash them every night, put them away. But that's just.
I love that way.
So yeah, that would be really. I could get too caught up in it, I think. So it's allowed me to relax a little bit. But
but once you start cutting stuff out, man, it feels so good. It's like I'm sending it to the thrift store. Oh, that one's gone. Half my stuff. My house is lighter. I like making my house lighter.
Me too. I just unpacked everything actually from tack. I hadn't even put my bow because I ended up riding home with some of the guys from the pro shop that I shot with. And so my husband had brought my case back. So, I mean, this room was a disaster. So yes, I love it when I feel clean and there's a lot more space for more shit you can bring.
Yeah, I like that.
And then go through the next time. But no, I do. I like to have everything with a purpose, and maybe 2 options or something.
Yeah, no, I can see that. See, we usually have the problem where it's not that we bring too many things, it's that we forget something.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll forget.
Or we'll pack to the sense of trying to appease every situation.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what if
what if it rains and it snows?
Or if we get super hot, we're gonna want like 10 different layers. It's like,
oh yeah.
And you only wear like one thing the whole time,
You do.
Like even when we went to Alaska, it was okay, we're gonna need our stoves, we need our sleeping bags, we need tents, we
were gonna sleep in the backcountry. We never got off, we didn't have enough time off the boat.
No. We could have brought in a third less of the gear.
Yeah.
It was, but I mean, it's stuff you learn about.
But we didn't know.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing. You're still trying to.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Fair Chase podcast. We're going to take a few seconds here to thank a few sponsors.
that help to make this show possible.
We are big fans of having glass with you when you're in the woods. So whether we're turkey hunting, bear hunting, deer hunting, whatever we're doing, we're bringing some sort of glass. Actually, one of the new fun pieces of glass that we've added to our collection were the UHD 18x56s.
Big boys.
I like them because then you don't need to bring a full spotter, and you can still do pretty well.
Yeah.
I like the 2 eyes. So we love Vortex. We use a lot of their optics on our rifles, on our chest when we're out.
Rangefinders, they got
rangefinders, amazing. So we'll love them. Go check them out. And actually, if you're going to buy some, check out Midway USA and use the promo code TFC10 for 10% off your order. I promise you won't be disappointed. Go check them out, Vortex Optics.
HuntWise is an awesome app. There's a lot of them out there. This one's definitely our favorite. They're local here in Grand Rapids, have their headquarters here. They have an awesome HuntCast 2.0 that's going to give you weather prediction, wind prediction, anything based off the pin and property that you're hunting to give you the best day to get out there and hunt. So it's kind of a no-brainer. Go get this app, huntwise.com.
It's no secret we've been shooting method arrows for a long time. Well, it might be because they used to be called vector arrows. Their method arrows now are super tough, great shooting arrows, great weight. And what's really cool about them is you enter your bow specs in, weight, draw length, all that stuff, and they will send
no more charts.
No more.
Let them deal with it.
The smart dudes who we've had on our show in the past figure it out for you, send you ready to go arrows,
ready to shoot.
Go check them out. Method Archery. We've shot a lot of bows, but for the past 5 or so years, we've been shooting prime bows. Love the way they shoot, super stable. And what we're really excited about, great warranty. And this year they rolled out the RevX series, which is pretty sweet. We've been talking about the different RevXs we're going to be shooting.
And you're going in the 6Y?
I'm deciding to shoot the 36, which is a
the only reason he's choosing the 36
is because I figure the bigger the bow, the bigger the buck. Right. So we're going to test that out. Follow us this year to see if that actually happens. But that's what I'm shooting. You're shooting the RevX 4. Yep. So anyways, we love Prime. Michigan company. Great guys. Go check them out. G5prime.com. We put a lot of miles on whether we're hunting.
Boots.
Yeah, on our boots. Whether it's Alaska out west, even here in Michigan.
Let's just say the muck boots were left in the truck.
Yes. So we need something that's comfortable, that'll keep us dry, that's durable, and actually we like a little stiffer soled when we're hunting from our platform when we're saddle hunting. So we wear Lathrop & Son boots. I've been wearing the Mountain Hunter Encompass, and yours is the
Mountain Hunter Elite.
Great boots. Great guys from down in Illinois, the Lathrop brothers. Had them on an episode in the past. Go check it out. Go check out their boots, Lathrop & Sons.
If you didn't already know that James and I are saddle hunters, then you do now. And if you don't like it, then go listen to somebody else because we're going to talk about saddles. We wear Trophy Line tree saddles because we think they're awesome. And they come out with some awesome new products all the time. They just came out with the new Venatic saddle that is seriously the best saddle I've ever sat in. And I've sat in quite a bit of them. They also have the new Onyx platform out.
I spent some time on it this fall.
I've spent some time on it. It's pretty sweet. And they're going to continue to come out with sweet products just like those two. So stay tuned to them. They've got social media, trophyline.com. And save yourself 10%. TFC 10.
It's no use having an awesome bow if you don't have great accessories. So sights, stabilizers, things like that. And so that's why we chose to work with Redline Bow Accessories. And so those guys are coming out with amazing new things, whether it be new stabilizers or sights like this. If you're watching on our YouTube or video podcast, this new torch sight. So we're huge fans of this sight. Double pin. You know what? Go check out our past episode with them or check out their website. There's a ton to like about this site. Their stabilizers are great, and actually some of their quivers are incredible.
Yes.
So go check them out. Listen to the last episode we did with them. Oh, and save yourself 10% with the code TFC10.
Smell my arm.
No.
Smell my arm.
Nope.
I got a massage.
Good or bad?
Smell my arm.
No.
It was
No.
It was essential oil. Wax. Calmies. It smells good. What's that?
I said interesting.
Yeah, first massage today. I'm loose, dude. I am loose.
You're feeling good.
Was it by a man?
It was by a woman. It all worked. I was concerned about that going in.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never had a massage.
They're nice.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie.
It
there.
all worked. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't know. I just know that
It all worked.
it all worked out. I was
it all
worried
worked out.
about,
Yeah.
I was worried about farting. I was worried
Okay.
about, I heard of this thing on South Park called the brown note.
Mm.
And if it's this note, if you hear it, it makes you poop your pants.
What?
Yeah. And I was worried about a brown button somewhere in my back. Just
oh yeah, just like as they
like, and
yeah,
it's
that's
just,
like I think that's the same thing with childbirth. You just kind of assume, or you're just like, I don't know. You're not even supposed to know if it happens. So yeah, I bet you probably had the same fear with your massage. Oh no, my problem with
it's such a beautiful experience. Who cares if you poop? I don't remember. You remember
massages? I agree.
Yeah,
ours were all C-sections, man.
Oh, that's right.
Like there was no anticipation. There was no like, oh man, we got to wait around till the baby comes. It was like I knew exactly when. Well, except for our first daughter, I knew every time that I was going to go in. I guess the worst part was waiting in the room for the doctors for the nurses to come and get me.
Was that hard on you to wait while she was giving birth?
I was just pacing back and forth, and once you get in there, she's all on the table, and it's like people are moving around. She's talking to me,
while her guts are
and everything's off to the side,
that's,
and I'm like,
that's a real situation. Yeah.
Do you like to look? Do you like the biological side of it, or does that gross you out?
I
Being
was
a hunter, like does the human stuff bother you?
It gave me the willies knowing that she was talking to me.
Well, her lung is right there.
Yeah, and just with like all that stuff that was happening behind the tent, I'm like, wow, you have no idea what's going on down there.
No.
Totally fine with it. But like, I was able to actually watch each child come out.
Yeah.
Take the head and just boop.
They slip right out of it. And they're I feel like doctors aren't as gentle with babies as I thought they would be. I thought they'd be like wrenching on them to get them out of there. And
they're just all rubber.
They are just all rubber.
Yeah, they have like zero cartilage. I mean, like, I don't think they have an ache and pain until 16, 17. I don't know. Like the way that Monroe sleeps, I'm just like, there's no way that I could sleep like that and then be okay when I woke up. But I just don't think they formed all of their, parts.
They're
hard parts. They're hard parts.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all this labor and massage talk leads us to the topic at hand today, which is hunting.
Obviously.
Somehow.
We got here.
We got here. And so Haley, why don't you just introduce yourself? Like tell us who you are, what you do, how we got in touch. Maybe that to start out.
Sure. So I'm Haley Ost. I think I don't know how I stumbled upon you guys. But it was probably like last year, maybe on Instagram. Not a professional in hunter or anything outdoors, but definitely love to dabble. I've hunted my entire life. Usually the joy of hunting is bringing people to it. And so that's what I've done my whole life, all through college. And then just after college, it's kind of like my renaissance. I feel like instead of bringing people to, I am trying to do it on my own. So it's kind of always been nice to have my dad and my brothers and everybody we have. But now I think I've really started focusing on myself. And that's when I started really understanding like who's in the industry. And I think that's when I found you guys on Instagram. Started doing archery, and that was a whole new realm. And so I dabbled, but really now I think I'm really trying to do it all on my own now that I have my own property here in Tennessee. So that's kind of what I'm doing. That's what my Instagram is about. It's a lot of the outdoor activities that I do. But an adult with ADHD, who knows what I'll be getting into, but usually the focus is outside somewhere.
And you were on TV.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Like I wasn't on TV. You weren't on TV. Mm-mm. You were on TV.
No. Well, it hasn't aired yet, so I filmed for TV.
What was the whole premise there? What was the situation?
Yeah, so it was kind of piggybacked off of the Mountain Men series, but this one was more. Every episode had a different group of people, 4 people, doing competitions in primitive weaponry, whether it be throwing axes, knives, firearms, and bow and arrow. So I just started doing archery in January of last year. Grew up with firearms my whole life, and that's what I have hunt with up until this point, really. And so they just reached out to me on Instagram, and they told me kind of the premise would be 1800, 1850s type weaponry, primitive.
They just randomly reached out to you? They just were like, hey.
Yeah, no, it's a casting agent that she liked my page and asked if I'd be interested in having a formal, kind of casting call, more about the show, as much as she could tell me. And then I kind of talked and interviewed both for firearms and bow, and it wasn't really decided until right up until we got dates to go and flights, which was pretty fast paced. That I heard I was doing bow, which was great because that's what the only thing I had really been focused on since I'd only been doing it for 6 months, 7 months.
Right.
And yeah, so I mean, from there it was just out to Montana.
Where'd you film?
Pardon?
Where'd you film?
Montana.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was beautiful. So in the interviews, she was like, is this something you'd be interested in? And I was like, well, I've never really compete anything in my life. Like, I played every sport, never an athlete, like never put more into anything than like the required after school practice. But I dabbled through every sport, and it's not a selling point, but some reason they still chose to pursue. But the people I was, on my episode, their expertise was very humbling. I mean, they were some awesome people in the archery realm.
Yeah, so one of the guys I knew, I don't remember his name now, that was on there, or that will be on the show.
Rio, Peter, and Corey.
Yeah. Corey.
Yeah.
He was on that survival show.
Yeah, Alone.
Alone. He makes his own bows. He seems pretty legit. I actually was looking at his page. Yeah, he makes really beautiful.
I'm going out there actually in 2 weeks. I'm going out there for one of his workshops. So I'm super excited to see him again and meet his wife. And you can either camp out on his property or, stay close by. But I'm super excited. I'm super, super nervous, but I kind of wanted to stay current and stay, skilled in the traditional side of the archery realm, as well as the compound, which I usually shoot. And it was a good chance to kind of meet back up too. So I tried to get one of the hosts, Mark, to go with me, but he was going off on a bicycle ride or something. But no, it'll be good to see him again, and craft a bow from hand.
That looks legit. But traditional archery is cool, and like the handmade part of it is really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I am so terrified. I've asked like more than once, like, am I strong enough for this? Like, that's the thing that I come up against is just my arm strength is just could be better.
Yeah, it takes a long time to build up.
Builds with time.
And and the nice thing about recurves and longbows is they like you can have one that might be 70 pounds at 28 inches, but if you're drawing 25, 26 inches, it'll be a lot easier to pull back. I was looking at this guy because there's so many different ways to shoot traditional archery.
Oh yeah.
Some guy, what is he? I forgot. He's pretty well known. Whitetail Adrenaline guy. I don't know his name. I've seen the DVDs. I know everybody likes him. I've never seen him, but he'll pull his recurve back, like way back here and like out. He gets like a 34-inch draw. I think I saw he posted or something like obscene because he just draws it so funny.
His ears.
Yeah, past his ears, and it's like a really fast whack. It's bizarre, but I mean,
it is
code. So
I've watched so many YouTubes on like how to, because in the competition for the Ultimate Marksman, I had to do like a traditional 50-inch traditional bow with no rest, like nothing. So just kind of bare bones. And there's so much out there about technique, and that was so daunting, just trying to learn that and not really being certain which bow was going to be used too. But I enjoyed it a lot. But there's a lot of room for improvement there.
It's so fun.
The trad community will let you know if you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, both sides will though. So I'm just trying to be like right here and,
that's right.
and just be able to do both, because I do think this is kind of going back to tack though. I do think I want to bring both bows. I would love to do the total archery challenge with a traditional too.
That would be
Like
fun. You'd be looking for arrows.
Well, I know, but just find the right course with the ones that, with the distance not being such a
You can walk
issue,
up
but-
as close as you want.
Correct. But I don't know, just be something.
Yeah, no, it'd be fun. We know that all the ways you could do it wrong because we switched. You switched for a year?
Yeah.
I did like 3 years. I shot a few animals, missed a lot of animals. Nice.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, like one of the last hunts I went on, and this isn't the reason why, but it really is going to sound like it when I say it, but I went out and missed a monster buck with my recurve at like 12 yards. So
Why'd you do that?
why did I miss it?
You do that?
Or
Yeah.
why what?
Yeah, why'd you do that?
Here's the problem. Okay, so I'll tell you exactly why. So do you know what a clicker is?
No, I mean, I don't use one, no.
Okay,
But
so
no.
it's a clicker is like the difficult part for traditional archery is you don't have a draw stop. So every time you draw back, it could be farther or shorter depending on like if you're tired or whatever. So you throw a clicker on there. So once you hit a certain, it just basically is a string that goes tight and it makes a little click. Well, I go out and usually I would like silence those. I put tape on it so you really only can feel it on your hand in the riser. I forgot, so I went out. It was the opening night here in Michigan, and I'm on public land, this spot, and I'm sitting there, and I see some deer go by, and all of a sudden this buck comes out in like the most beautiful opening, like just stands there. I'm like, heck yeah, this is like 13, 14 yards, something like that. I forgot.
Hip shot.
Like this is money. Like this is my range for a recurve too. Like that range,
Correct.
the 12 to 17 is like I'm money,
What we would love, yeah.
Yeah. So I pull back.
Apparently money.
Yeah. And I pull back and it clicks. And the
Maybe
deer,
not yours.
Yeah. But I didn't silence the click. So he just stops and looks at me and I'm like, oh crap, So I'm like holding it back, which generally I don't do like for very long with a recurve. So it messed up my whole cadence. And then like I'm shook because he's looking at me. Then I got to wait for him to like put his head back down. And I did. And I just like, and I just shot, like arrow went. And that was maybe one of the last times I took the recurve out. But it didn't have anything to do with missing.
Pain retains.
Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah, that's sad. I haven't had that opportunity to miss yet.
Must. I don't like how you said
Must
that.
be nice.
Didn't have the opportunity to miss yet.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I haven't landed one with the traditional either. So
Okay, fair enough. I actually didn't land one this weekend. 2 days ago.
Oh, turkey.
I didn't tell you this. I called in this turkey on this old logging road. Like it was a long way back. Like I hiked. It was at least a mile to get to where I was started hunting. And then I'm just, dicking around back there. I got this turkey to come in and like, I'm behind a berm, like this old logging road. And I can't tell how far away he is, but all of a sudden it sounds like someone drove like a high school kid just drove up with their, like their bass up real high. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Boom. And it's like, oh sweet. He's drumming, right? So he's drumming. I'm like, he's like right there. So I'm like, I'm going to let out a little.
Yeah.
And he gobbles like I threw it on Instagram. It was so much louder and closer than it sounded like on that video. It's like, oh. I'm like, oh. But I can't. I had to set up so quickly because I just kind of stumbled into these birds that I set up and like all I can see is a stupid white head walking by. He finally goes to my Jake and makes angry love to the face of my Jake decoy.
Seriously?
Like, aren't they so aggressive?
His face and just mounted it. I'm like, I didn't.
Bad day to be a Jake.
Bad day to be a Jake. My Jake is now pregnant, which I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
Let them decide.
Did you missed him? I saw a picture.
I hit him.
You did?
Oh yeah, I hit that bird. I shot. So he finally comes back around. Like crap, I have to like kind of go up and try to just snake it through like a literal window like this big, just little.
It's always the window with him.
And man, I have to go high, otherwise I'm gonna just shoot the berm right in front of my face. And I couldn't get my brain to like, you know what I'm saying? It keeps wanting to pull up. I'm like, I need to get it down. So I shot, and what happened was I had a expandable Schwacker because I didn't get any new broadheads. Those are the ones I had laying around, and it like hit.
Bold move.
So you were serious.
high,
You were
like,
serious
right
from the beginning.
Yeah, it was a bold. I would have been fine if I would have hit him dead on, or if I would have had a fixed head, like I would have, it would have sliced him. But it got. I mean, they're so densely feathered. It hit and like shot my arrow up, and it just took out like tons of feathers. And he ran off. I tried to chase him down. Like I got up and did the thing. My go-to move after I shoot a turkey is to get up and just try to go get him.
Yes, I get that.
So ran after him. He took off, and I didn't. Anyways, so you can blow it with a compound or a recurve bow, I think is the moral to that story.
Right.
I like it.
Yeah. We hadn't talked about it since then. I don't know.
I think you need a win now. You need a success story. Maybe we'll come upon one.
I was hoping you were going to give us a
that's story. Why we had you here. And we digressed way too much. The point of this podcast, like I told you at the very beginning, is this is a hunting stories podcast. Now we've shared a few to get you warmed up. But what we need you to do is when you think of like a great hunting story, one that you've lived, one you've been a part of, like what comes to mind that's like, this is hunting.
Yeah. And okay, so probably it was a few years ago. It was probably 2019 or so. So my family's from Missouri originally. And so my grandfather had property, and that's where we'd hold deer camp every November. And it's just always been kind of a communal way for all of us to just have an excuse to see each other. Because, you know, as we got older, me and my brothers, I'm between two boys, would move away. So it's always just, for sure, nobody ever didn't make it.
Right.
And so we started that. I mean, I grew up doing that, but it was always more sitting with someone in a blind, or as I got older, I just loved the camaraderie and the sport and just everything about it. So anytime I'd have a boyfriend, I would bring them as well. And it's kind of how my dad is now. I can see myself turning into him a little bit about just finding joy and bringing people to hunting.
That's a strong initiation, by the way.
Yeah, bring your boyfriend.
That's another bold move. Like just go into the viper's pit.
Right, and with everybody always armed. You know what I mean? Like talk about like edgy. Yeah. Say that stupid thing. Say it. I dare you.
That's right.
But no, and so for like years I would just bring them, and even with the last, and it was always about, sometimes I wouldn't even bring a weapon. It would just be us in probably like a bale stand with a pop-up on top. It was my favorite one. And it was always them learning everything from my family, and my grandmother would make Thanksgiving, the Thursday before. And it was just, and now, like even the last time that I had a boyfriend go, I think I was in college, and he still went even after we broke up for like years. And so eventually he kind of faded off, and his two best friends still go with us every year.
Your ex-boyfriend's best friends still go to deer camp with you?
Yeah. And one of them is the one that just helped me get my first turkey this year. So they're like part of the family now. And this year we'd never done a turkey camp before, so like this year we did it, and invited people that wanted to do that too. So that's going to be a new thing. But anyway, so I grew up doing the deer camp November. It would just be that one weekend we'd really get to do it, because we'd be traveling out of state. It was just, tags are expensive. It was 8 or 9 hour drive. So so I ended up like probably just starting to come back home and hunt on my own after college. And I still didn't jump into it like just solo. I would still go with my dad. And so this was probably like 2019, and I was still kind of learning everything from the point of view, like the focus being on me instead of always trying to ensure that my boyfriend got one or had a good time, or, you know, my cousin or whoever we brought. And so this was probably 2019, and I had seen so many of the guys tag out, and it was always exciting. And of course, it's exciting when anybody gets one. But this year I was just set that I was going to do it. And so I have a 30-06 is what I usually take. And that's the gun that my grandpa passed down to me as well. And so my dad ended up coming in the stand with me. And we were in that buddy stand for, not even that long. And one walked up, and so you have all the windows, they're all sides sit down. And it was, I would say it was maybe 100 yards. It was not crazy far, but it was still out the right side. And I didn't want to take it because it wasn't massive, but I actually had a good shot on it. And so up until the very moment I tried to shoot, I wasn't quite certain. But then when I finally did, my gun was jammed, and I was like, are you kidding me? And so my dad, I remember he had a 7mm, which I always loved shooting, but I had never hunted with. And so we swapped guns in the blind, and I got my first deer with my dad's gun, which was a 7mm, which was freaking sweet. And I wasn't even certain that I got it, because I didn't see where it, obviously fell, and it wasn't a straight fall. And so we waited a little bit and then tried to track it, and there was zero blood, which was not a good sign either. But eventually we did find it, and it was a straight heart shot, no blood. It was beautiful and an awesome experience after, finally getting to
with your dad.
Yeah, with my dad and my turkey. This past season, we both got our first turkeys on the same day. Yeah, so that was cool. But this one was cool. And my dad makes us mount our first animal, and so he has all of the first ones. So of course they're all displayed at his house and stuff. But that was super special, only because I had been there. Since sitting in the middle of the truck, just messing around on the CB, probably ruining it for everyone, and they still let us do it. Going to the same restaurant, but after you come back in the morning and totally smelling of bacon and eggs and not really understanding why scent matters in the morning, but doesn't when you go back out, it doesn't matter. We don't even change, and I'm wearing these same bibs out there, and I literally just ate 9 sausages. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got a little syrup on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody ever seems to talk about it. So we're just back out there, and people get deer, so it still happens. So even after doing that for all those years and celebrating with everybody, that was probably the best year. And that year, every single person that went tagged out opening morning, and it ended up being my grandpa's last season with us there. So, So it was just everything was perfect. He was there. Got to enjoy it with us, and we got to just relax that Sunday. We got to relax that Sunday because we filled our tags.
That's awesome.
So that was, I would say that was probably the most spectacular.
That's the same theme that everybody says.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I
it's
say
not the same story, but just the.
It's the theme is.
Wait, I was going to say it's who has that same story?
Yeah, it's somebody else was telling you.
Doppelganger or something, but same hunting story. That is
stolen valor right there. No, it's always the who you're with. It's there's the community, the family.
Oh yeah.
Community, camaraderie, the tradition of deer camp, the getting together, exactly what you're talking about, getting out of that morning hunt and going to that, that local diner or little cafe that you go to, and it's grungy, and it's man, I don't want to see the back of the house. I just want some breakfast.
Yeah.
Right.
And a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
It's something you look forward to almost every year is deer camp and just getting up there and just burning time up there. So that's.
I remember when I was a kid, we'd go to, we'd have what's a chili, not a chili.
Bob Evans.
What's it when everybody brings their food?
Potluck?
A potluck?
Yeah, it was done through the small town center or something up in northern Michigan, and we'd go there and everybody bring this food, and it was this really small room with a ton of people. I'm pretty sure they didn't turn the heat on. It was just body heat that just warmed And I just remember walking in, I was a kid and we'd always go and I just never ate. I'm like, this place is gross. These people are gross. Like some of the folk that go up there are just like folk, you know. I remember as a kid, when you say that, it's like all I think of is just going in like, you know, I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, nope, you guys can eat. I'll eat when I get back to your cabin. That's fine.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, I actually love good potluck. I mean, I think that's why I went to church on like the first Sunday of every month, because that usually happened growing up.
Oh yeah.
You know, just older women bringing their like family recipes.
Their casseroles, everything's a casserole.
Yeah,
delicious.
Yes, I love my husband.
Bring pizza though.
Yeah,
everyone there's always one family that brings a pizza because they either forget to eat something,
or that's their skill,
or just a crock pot full of meatballs.
That's right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't even think I contribute.
I know. I was gonna say, like, I remember growing up, we always had Wednesday nights at Seymour WAS.
Yeah, I mean, your dad was and
my dad's a pastor, so we'd go every night, and there would be like, man, some good people would bring some good food there. Cheesy broccoli soup.
Yeah.
It.
The taco salad, this woman, like, I still get the same dressing that this woman in church put on her taco salad, and use Doritos instead of like Fritos, which you can never convince me. Yeah, I mean, 1000%. But yeah, or the origin story is the potluck.
I fully support that. Yeah, I actually Doritos. Is that a walking taco? Is that the same thing as a walking taco?
Yeah, I mean,
call it what you want.
Yeah,
but it tastes delicious.
An actual walking taco
is in the bag.
Is in the Dorito bag.
No,
the
Frito bag. But Doritos, my point is Doritos is better than Fritos are BS chips. I just need to say it. They don't taste as good as other chips. You disagree?
No.
The Fritos.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
They're gross. They just taste like butt.
You can't have them, but the Frito scoops are like the big, they almost look like an onion petal.
And they're thick too. They're thick, dog.
Talk about scooping some chili.
You know what's better? Any other chip. Try any other chip in that situation.
Potato chip?
Other than a potato. One that's south of the border.
Bottom of the bag.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I also like to do peanut butter sandwich in my chili. So, but
in it,
what did you say?
Like a little dip.
Oh, dip it! I can see that.
Yeah.
I would try that.
I do that in SpaghettiOs.
Oh yeah, see?
Peanut butter sandwich and like that.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my mom would always make SpaghettiOs and like a peanut butter sandwich. So I'd just be like, blink, blink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bleep, bleep.
Yeah, blink, blink.
You gotta wet it a little bit. You know, Dee's been making every morning.
It's a little dry. You gotta soak it up with some tomatoes.
It is.
Do you put salt on your PB&J? You salt your PB&J?
No, dude, I'm not an animal.
Oh yeah, I salt my PB, but my peanut butter is not salted.
Yeah.
Okay. So it needs some love.
Yeah.
Oh, sometimes I haven't made the full leap to crunchy, but I think I would enjoy it. I've graduated to the chunky applesauce because I enjoy it more, but it's harder to find. Actually, very hard to find. Yeah.
I've never seen chunky applesauce, but I'd be all about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't really do a lot of shopping. Like, I don't know.
Do you guys have Meijer grocery stores?
We got Meijer.
Heck yeah.
Okay, Meijer brand chunky applesauce. Like we discovered it during COVID. I think everybody may have, because that was the best time in my life, and then also shortly followed by the worst time because we could never find it again. And it is top tier, like so delicious, and it's just so tart and perfect. You have to find it.
You look like a very trustworthy person.
I would believe you.
I believe you.
You know what?
How many times do you have people like really ask you to try something that sucks?
Yeah, I know. It's like I'm gonna try.
He just asked me to smell his arm. I'll never.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, without an intro, without context.
There's too many times when someone has asked me, "Hey, man, smell this," and it's gone.
It smells like ass.
Yep, it's usually something bad or
no. This is the food that I was recommended. My daughter wakes up in the morning, makes herself breakfast, and she makes PB&J. So she'll toast the bread, and but she makes an egg and throws an egg on there, and it is fantastic.
Highly.
Okay, go on.
Wait, Haley, do you have something?
I have just a question, and I have nothing to contribute until I hear yours. What type of jelly, and is it jelly or jam? And do you have a preference? Because there is a correct answer.
I like the one that has like, what's the one with more like chunks of stuff?
Jam.
Like
Jam.
preserves.
I'm a jam man.
I'm a jam guy.
Preserves.
I'm a jam girl. 1000%. Jelly can get it out of the. I mean,
Yeah,
it just
beat it.
rolls around like a snowball. Just roll.
Yeah, what is that? I don't need it. No, this is jelly or jam.
Yeah.
And it's been
Okay.
strawberry lately. Or there's this one, some kind of freaking berry that
Blackberry.
no, black currant or currant.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm a strawberry.
The seedy guy?
Strawberry.
Oh,
Bad for my
I don't like seeds.
diverticulitis though.
Okay, there's I think it's something Bonnie's. I don't know, but there's a cherry preserves, which is on the jam side. That is my jam, literally my jam right now. Like,
Jam.
I can get on board.
my jam game. Yeah, but usually it's great. But go ahead, up it.
What's your next time D makes you a little breakfast toast?
Yeah.
Put some strawberry jam on it.
Okay.
Then an egg.
Okay.
Game changer.
No peanut butter?
No peanut butter.
Oh, you're just saying strawberry and egg? No.
With an egg, like a salted egg on top of your
That's what I'm
strawberry
saying.
Toast.
But I do peanut butter too. You're saying cut out
the PB.
But more is more.
Not in this case.
Okay.
Salty, sweet, savory. I got Wyatt to eat. He was eating, we had BLTs tonight, but there was some leftover toast. So I put some peanut butter, a little bit of honey, and he was killing that. But then he was also eating potato chips.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hey buddy, crunch a little bit up there and put on there. He goes, no.
I have to.
So I put one little chip on there and I'm trying. He goes, delicious.
Delicious. Delicious, he says.
10 times delicious.
10 times delicious.
He's gonna learn that his dad likes to mix foods.
He's just a weird dad.
Just trust your dad. Jared has made me a lot of weird mixes in my life.
But you have to have a crunch with a sandwich. Like, I'm not eating a sandwich if there's not a crunch.
Yeah,
sorry. And I can't finish the crunch before the sandwich. Like, they have to
together.
Like,
totally agree.
The whole way. Like, you know,
without
like,
that,
I have
you chaos.
Yeah, no, I don't want it. Throw everything off.
Yeah.
There was one deer camp tradition that we would do. Whenever James and I would go up to northern Michigan, kind of in Big Rapids to his cottage, we'd all get up there, and I mean, we're poor college kids, so we wouldn't have anything to bring.
And it was cleaned out at that point.
Cleaned out, but there was a few leftovers, so we'd usually go picking through those. But usually, you can find a couple cans of soup, and I don't know, like some leftover spaghetti,
canned venison sometimes there.
So the first time I made leftover soup,
it
was pretty good.
Were girls there for that?
No, that was not.
It was that internal first. We tried it on ourselves. We'd bring sneak girls up to there and show them how we can hunt.
Hey, try this.
Here, have this weird.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, see, they liked it though.
You basically just take whatever soup can you got. So I think we had like a cream of mushroom and maybe a cream chicken.
Do you need something?
And then we had some, I think, leftover lasagna. And believe it or not, you put it all together.
You just put it on the stove. That's cooking.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Especially if you're hungry after days hunting.
And you had something to wash the beer down with, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For the beer to wash.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
But, I mean,
Jared was drinking his Bud Light. He's a strong advocate for Bud Light.
I understand. I think I've heard it from all the way over here that you are.
Yeah, you know, my face has been on the can already.
So do you know, I was reading about Bud Light today, that their shenanigans did not do so. They didn't. They're
24% down.
Yeah, bad.
Like
26%.
Believe it or at Meyer.
So I said 24 or whatever.
Did you?
Whatever. So it's 26. Cool.
I'm making it up. Yeah.
At Meyer, there was a weekly advertisement that you could get a $15 rebate and buy a 24 pack of Bud Light for $3.
Really? Well, they're turning around. They're now leaning into, I think I saw it was like country music and trucks or something. Like they listed something.
It's Memorial Day, so they'll probably dive into the veterans and the red, white, and blue
with that guy,
probably,
or
who knows,
lady or whatever the
holiday.
It's so that is hunting. It's soup.
Traditions.
It's traditions
and weird shit.
It's eating weird stuff and bringing your ex-boyfriend's best friends somehow to still be friends with them. I'm friends with Jared's ex-girlfriend still.
Yeah, you are.
Kind of. Yeah, I see her still. Should I tell her? Should I say anything next time I see her?
Yeah, you have any notes? Anything you want to know?
Yeah, I can fill you in, dude. I got the inside scoop.
No.
I'll be like, Jared's been asking how about you, like how
Like it
real well.
This is like the second time it's come up at least.
That's right. It's all the time.
By then.
Please do.
Sleep on it.
No.
Haley, so you are going to be, you're not TV famous yet. But
Yeah.
like for our listeners and viewers,
Give them a little scoop.
like where will they see you? Where can they watch you perform?
Yeah, so it will be on the History Channel. Typically, or when it aired originally, it piggybacked the Mountain Men series. So I'm kind of anticipating in the fall or the winter when that comes back on, we'll piggyback when the new episodes air. That's when the new episodes, the first 4 episodes aired from the show last year. So I'm thinking that's what may happen, but it would be on the History Channel, and then streamable next day. And then I'll probably, if I hear anything in advance, check out the Instagram. I'd probably put something up there
You
too.
just give us a call and you let us know. Yeah, I used to watch the Mountain Men series a lot when I was in New Jersey. Yeah, it's good.
It is. Yeah, I learned so much from it. Yeah, no, I could learn even more too. I think if I started from the beginning, but I think I just jumped in the middle. But it is a good show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Well,
mine's going to be even better, but it'll just be a matter of when. I don't know. So I'm just kind of soaking up these last few months of normalcy,
until you're a big star, like until you go.
You know what I mean? It's gonna. I hear it slaps you in the face, so I just want to make sure that I'm staying present and humble.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Don't forget the guys on the bottom.
Don't forget where you come from. No, that's really cool. Did you win? Can you say that you won? Can you say if you won?
No, we can't talk about that.
just say it to us. Like we won't tell anybody.
Hey.
This isn't recorded.
It's not recorded at all. Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
We almost got her.
She was like, "Wait a minute."
Awesome.
No, that's cool. Well, Haley, I appreciate you making the time. I know we had tried to do this before. I went down with COVID. It was only like a day COVID. Like I was fine. Like I felt like crap for like a day.
Yeah. So basically, you just didn't want to.
Yeah, I was just like, next week.
Just don't feel great.
I'll just keep watching Mountain Men on History Channel.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's fine.
All right. Well,
thanks.
yeah. We appreciate you coming on and making the time. And everybody, check Haley out. What's your Instagram handle for the people that listen that are on Instagram?
Yeah, it's Haley Ost. What? I think there's 3 A's in what.
We'll also tag her when we have just in case that's difficult. It's Haley, correct? Not H.
Correct. Yes,
I'm good at spelling, so I don't expect people to remember that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I can actually read. I think I just memorized a few words and got by.
Oh, same. I'm photographic memory. Like that's the only way I get through math is just look like I can picture where
that's right.
You just see the numbers.
Surface level learner. Like it's not there.
I don't need to learn it. I just need to get
for a moment though. It's just like an imprint, and then gets me to the next day.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome.
All right, well, thank you again. Everybody go check her out on History Channel. This is exciting. We're pulling for you to beat, what was his name? Corey. I hope you just destroyed Corey,
Yeah, and Rio and Peter. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I didn't even wait, is that Rio? What's Rio's last name?
Wild.
The Rio.
The Rio. Yeah. Awesome human being. They all were awesome human beings.
He shoots a mean bow, awesome. But now he's been shamed by hers truly over here. So
you'll want to see it.
We'll be tuning in. All right. Well, hey, thank you. Cool. Everybody go check it out. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Thanks.